Alright, gonna jump right in here. Today was a long day, gonna be honest. I planted two 30-foot rows of white sage plants, which was like so exciting and thrilling. It's hard for me to even put into words how exhilarating it was to put those in the ground. Alright, Golden City, France. So far, I don't think I've been here before. Let's see, did they turn off flying? That's not useful. Flying is turned off, so I'm just gonna stay airborne so that I can navigate quickly. Let's see what we got here. That looks like one house on an entire island. Let's check out the land info. A beautiful villa located in the French Riviera, owned by socialite, fashion designer, and entrepreneur Alpha Killen Veneta. So, yippee-ki-yay, I guess. I like the wind light settings with the fog. That's actually kind of cool. So, I mean, I'm expecting great things from this house since there's just one house on this entire monstrous sim. This to me seems kind of like an exercise in excess, or like, look at how much money I have. I can lease an entire sim and just put one house on it. And it's not even a store or anything, it's just a straight up house. It's a pretty nice boulder. Like these plants here, nice too. Agave, of course. Kind of decent job on the landscaping. The props aren't like super low quality, but they're not like really high quality either, although this net's pretty nice. So it's got a tennis court here on one side, sort of a standard swimming pool over here. Let's find the front door to this place. I think it's on the other side, I'm not sure. Okay, let's just go straight down to the yacht. Boyance, like a play on Beyonce, I guess. That's a great pun, honestly. Is this like one of those purely ornamental yachts that doesn't have an inside? Kinda seems like it, unless... Yeah, it's just a total straight up ornamental yacht, which actually I don't think is a very big deal because, I mean, how often do people actually live inside their yachts in Second Life? They're pretty much just props. I mean, you're gonna be going out like on the water every once in a while, maybe if you can actually take advantage of some like coastal area that's either free and open, or you have your own sim surrounded by water like this guy has. Alright. Can't really like get through that glass pane. I'm not sure if it's a door or what, so it's kind of a interesting light fixture. Kinda, I don't know, ugly a little. Some modern aesthetics are really great and some are just kind of mediocre, and I feel like that one doesn't feel quite realized. This is a really nice sculpture though. I like this quite a bit. Novus, man in woman statue. Uh, I really like this too. This reminds me of like barrel staves. Good job on the glass too, and very optimized. Lofton area, Zebo, coffee table, natural. That's pretty cool. God, is there like a pane of glass in between every single room in this house? That's a really long kitchen counter. Like, look at this. Jesus Christ. It's like 50 feet. It's like a 50-foot kitchen counter. Like, under what circumstances would you ever need this much counter space? Like, even if you put every appliance side by side with a 2-foot margin, you would still never need a 50-foot contiguous countertop. That's just hilarious. It makes this range look like really lonely and kind of sad too, because this is not like a deluxe super luxurious range. It's kind of just sort of a high-end average. Got a sink on each side. This little island seems more practical. This is about like the maximum amount of counter space you would realistically need, unless you had like a team of personal chefs. And I guess these are ovens? No idea what those are actually. I feel like I saw this mansion in real life, like in a commercial for with some like rapper, some like famous rapper. Those zigzag lights are kind of cool. All right, here we go. So let's see. So you got seating for 10, but a kitchen for an army. I like these like pebble placemats. Those are kind of cool. Big old like granite slab for a table. That's kind of cool. This looks very reasonable. Ooh, I like these like constellation orbit. I don't know, what do you call these, ring lights? I see these in like CVS. And I actually really like them. They're like a very intelligent light source, because they kind of project in all directions, but indirectly from the opposite side of the side that isn't getting the most light, which is kind of nice. So it's like an indirect slash direct light source. I gotta admit, like, a lot of the props in here are just kind of cool, and novelties too. Concept lamp, Lalia lamp by Sarab. Never seen that before. It's really refreshing whenever you go into a place and all the like furniture and props are basically by people that I've never heard of. No like Apple Falls or Dust Bunnies or anything like that, but just random people, you know, random creators. Okay, here's some interesting objet d'arts. It's like one of those stone corn grinding things. Oh, it's a lot of cubbies. I feel like I have respect for how Spartanly decorated this place is. That's cool. I mean, there's something cool about a huge mansion that is only sparsely decorated. Oh, that's funny, it has almost the same exact thing on both sides. That's a weird light, but also very cool, kind of like a dark mod. Huh, Felgo Universe. I may have to look that creator up. I place a pretty high premium on original creations, because I feel like There's nothing easier in the world to go on Pinterest or do a Google search for like modern light fixture and then just straight up take images and recreate those images in 3D. Like, that's a very easy thing to do in my opinion. So like, if you're a creator and you're making completely original, it's like a totally impractical wine storage device. You need like a 20-foot ladder to get up to the top. And maybe that's where you keep your like 1738 vintage wines, you know. Lots of reuse of assets. Oh, here we go. Another table with for 12 people. So, I guess yeah, 22. Wow, that's a gluttonous serving there. One mushroom cut in half with a what looks sort of like an olive branch, maybe. And then like creme brulee crockery. This is actually a really cool table. Let's see if I can. Avenue dining table by Elevate. Okay. Huh. I love the diversity of light fixtures, even though they follow a certain theme. Alright, so that's the downstairs. This really does have like a very authentic vibe. This whole mansion is like, this is exactly the kind of house that you see in like interviews with modern like hip hop celebrities. A little lockbox, that's some nice work there. Doesn't seem to open though. Sorry, Mange, but you're not gonna disrupt this video. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, I totally want to do this at some point, but I have a picture that I took of my cat sleeping on my keyboard. And since I talk about him so much, I really want to display that image, but maybe not in this particular video, but in a stream in the very near future. I promise to show that image. Hey, there's Alpha himself. Straight up baller. Wow, that's a pretty cool chain. Wow, it's very sparkly. It's like platinum with diamonds, maybe? I don't know. Living the dream. I might send him a PM after I'm done to let him know that he got neoed. This is a nice shower, like double toilet side by side, so you can like poop with a friend, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty avant-garde. On here we've got the weight room, so that you can, you know, bulk up in between concerts or fashion shows, whatever. This looks like one of those like boxing. I have no idea what any of these machines are. Health training dummy. Yeah, it's kind of what I figured. It's like one of those things where you punch it a bunch. Punch the targets. These are pretty nice machines. I mean, like, pretty nice quality and uniformity between them all. I like it. Like, it really makes you feel like a set. And I'm assuming they have animations. But I really don't want this guy to know that I'm like touring his house. So I guess that's pretty much it. Huh, there's no like television or anything like, huh. Kind of mystifying. Yeah, this is a very unusual mansion. It's like it's both very like and unlike a lot of other mansions that I've seen. I don't know. This is pretty interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna post the SL URL if anybody wants to check it out. And bring up the map, and I think I got time for some more exploring. I guess the Sims name is Golden City, but I think that might be just like the old name and he never changed it. Maybe, I don't know. Home of Dark Moon Horde. So it's kind of interesting. Alright, let's see, is flying turned off? Oh, it looks like it's all permissions, which is good. I'm getting that Winter Wonderland vibe. I don't know, I have this secret suspicion that there's still like a lot of people who haven't taken down their Christmas decorations yet. I mean, it is only March. And I love how in Second Life it can literally be any holiday 24/7 and nobody blinks an eye. It could be Halloween all year round, Christmas all year round. Man, these are really cozy looking dining cars. I would definitely want to just like kick back in one of these overstuffed easy chairs, sipping champagne while I went around the track here. Alright, let's get like a well, I don't know. I'm having second thoughts now that I know that there's a reindeer behind the wheel of the Christmas train. It's on a track, but even so, with the reindeer driving, I mean, you just never know what might happen. So, let's see. Cool job on the external out of the bounds mountain range kind of landscaping is cool. Looks like we got several discrete areas here with their own little like themes. We've got like a medieval castle. What is this? It looks like a shop of some kind or a game. I'm not really sure. I'll have to check that out more closely. Just have like a normal country house over here. We've got another kind of like, I don't know, that looks kind of like a sandbox, but I don't know, either that or some kind of an event venue. Oh, these are like breedable ducks. Oh my god, it's like by that same group that I went to their sim and saw their like horses and stuff. We got the witches cabin over here of the occult. And we have like another sort of regular townhouse. Just a bunch of random artifacts strewn around. Got the kid zone over there. What's this? No idea what this is. Whatever the Dark Moon Horde is, I think that would shed some light on here. So the Dark Moon Horde and family members, they don't really give any other details. Master Zen's family. Wow, 120 members. That's a pretty big group. Let's see if we can get some group info. 32 pixels. No one's going to be able to read that. So yeah, it doesn't really give any information, so God only knows. But maybe it has something to do with breedables, since I'm seeing a lot of them around the sim. See another townhouse. Garage. Yeah, a sailing ship. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like a house boat, but like a really sort of dedicated version of that concept. I kind of want to go there first. It really pays to do the bird's eye view thing and like get an overview of the whole sim. Cause then you, hi Pippi. Sorry, I just noticed the live chat. Honestly, I get so little activity in the chat. Like it almost doesn't even seem worth it to check. But I try anyway. So just keep that in mind. Like if you're chatting in the stream chat, I may or may not even notice. It's kind of a creepy scarecrow. I was watching this video the other day from another Second Life resident who's kind of like more popular, a lot more popular than I am for God knows what reason. She's like really a lot more into networking and social media and stuff, so I'm sure that has an impact. And plus, I think she's probably considered to be like attractive by a lot of people, so she's gets a lot of attention. But she does this show called Home Invasion, which is actually fairly similar to what I'm doing right now. The only difference is uh, her and her friend like actively solicit other residents to like send them SL URLs to their house or property and inspect them, and they just kind of go through it and critique stuff, which is kind of cool. Oh, I love this. I love this meta shit. There's a tiny boat inside a boat, houseboat, basically. Haha. That's kind of a cool clock. Yeah, let's see, where was I going with that? I'm not even sure I had a point exactly. So it kind of seems like the train connects a lot of these discrete areas, which is cool. Well, it definitely appears like somebody put a lot of effort into the landscaping and just making everything look really nice with like all the trees and the fences and stuff. Once again, like I would have to say my number one criticism of any sim like this, which I've been to a fair number of these by now, is that people put a lot of work into the composition of the landscape, but a lot of times they don't do a very good job of picking the assets that they use. And you get this really weird mishmash of like high quality assets and low quality assets. And I'm sure that's probably like economical. Well, it's like a phantom hot tub. You can just walk right through it. Because obviously things, especially... Okay, yeah, I'll check if the train works. Especially like high-end assets on the marketplace can like get up into the tens of thousands of lindens. Especially if they're like full perm. This is cool, like a pack of white wolves just hanging out here. Got that noble visage. It's kind of cute. Okay, this is a fart zone apparently, which is basically just all of SL, so I'm not scared. Oh yeah, what I was gonna say is like this other streamer who does this house invasion, like she doesn't even have that many more views than I do on her videos, but the chat log, oh my god. Like you watch one of her live streams and it's just like non-stop chat, like hundreds and hundreds of people. And they usually like come in and drop out. It's not like a constant concurrency either. She doesn't even get a lot of stream traffic, but this is a really cool build here. It's just kind of mind-blowing how some people get tons and tons of chat activity and others don't, regardless of how much concurrency they have. Julie tree, nature's table. This is pretty cool. I like the snow globe too. Simple but effective. Looks like a fig tree. That's nice. I mean, it obviously really helps if you're like a hot female and you're doing a live stream. Although, like, honestly, I feel like if I was a hot female and I was doing a live stream, I wouldn't feel very happy about like the types of comments that I see on like these people's live streams. Like a lot of them are like really sexist and like offensive. So I don't know, like yeah, you're getting a lot of traffic, but a lot of people are just saying stuff like show me your boobs or you know whatever. So I guess there's a negative side to that too. And the hilarious thing is, and I feel like this is probably the only response that you could expect, given the nature of the majority of the chat stuff in there, and that's that, like, she just totally ignores the chat. Like, I don't think I've ever seen her respond to the chat. Sometimes her friend is like, hey, somebody's saying this to you. Like, he's basically, like, vetting all of the chats, all the messages, but she just like blows them all off. This is cool. Corey Ito, of course. Alright, where to now? I will test out the train eventually. I'm just making my way sort of around the big circuit of buildings as much as I want to try the train. I'm a little more interested in all the eye candy and structures. I will be sipping champagne though before this video ends. Breedables, another one of the many mysteries for me in Second Life that I just don't get the long-term appeal. I mean, I suppose a lot of times people get into them for a little while and then, I mean, you pretty much need property, I would think, to enjoy them. So those are cool trees. If you don't have land, I don't think you can really enjoy your breedables unless they're like attachable to your avatar, and I don't even know if those exist. It's kind of a cool tractor. Huh, can't select it for some reason. All I'm getting is the grass. Oh, I think the grass is so tall that it actually is above the tractor, so it's like overlaid on top of it. That's annoying. Yeah, if I could remember the name of this person, I would totally name drop them. Because the videos are kind of entertaining. She shows a lot of cool stuff. But if you just search Home Invasion Second Life, you'll probably find her channel. Yeah, look, it's still December 2019 on this sim. It's a cute little turtle. Chomping away that, is that like Himika? Alright, fine. I can't help it. If I see kittens in Second Life, I just have to look. It's just a thing, get used to it. Oh my god, that's freaking adorable. Alright, I'm gonna read that eventually. I'm gonna go upstairs. What the hell is this? Like a little egg? Or like a dragon egg? I don't know. Beyond Worlds. I like that sentiment. Master bedroom. Assuming a bathroom. Huh. A bathroom, but it's not furnished. You really tell like you're in Second Life when you walk through a house, because avatars don't need to go to the bathroom, so why would you put a toilet or a bathtub in your bathroom, am I right? Those look pretty good. Chocolate chip muffins, maybe, I don't know. This is a nice kitchen. See, here you go. Here's a reasonable amount of counter space. Look at that. You could easily service 22 people from a counter that size. There's a lot of nice little details in here. It really makes me happy to see like how many botanicals there are in Second Life. Hive, of course. Alright, gonna go up to the second floor. If I can, oh, here we go. I actually got lost for a second there. Oh, that's cool, you got like a nice little closet under the staircase. That's all pretty good advice, if not a little bit schlocky, I guess. Here we got more cute cats. Oh, that one looks a little like my cat, only wrong color. But oh, are these animeshes? Oh no, they're just multi-mesh. These are pretty cool though. A reasonable level of realism for being multi-mesh. Oh, that was creepy. I thought that was an avatar for a minute. But it's the nanny. Looks like there's an actual like kid in the crib too, but she's sinking into the blankets. It's a pretty cool dream catcher. I wonder if they're ever gonna create like, hi Mimu Virtual. That's pretty cool. You're from Argentina, huh? Kind of cool curtain effect there. It only works on one side though. But is that a flat texture? It's just a flat texture. I thought it was a 3D transformation, but it's just a flat texture. That's always like really impressive when it's a 2D texture, but it looks 3D. Like if it's good enough to fool you, that's sign of like top tier texture work. Look at this fire cat. That is awesome. I would put that on my wall in real life. What do we have here? What the devil are these? They're kind of like those troll toys, only they're like troll spheres. Oh, I like these penguins. Wow, look at the details on this Coast Guard boat. Or what is this? Yeah, Coast Guard, Australian Coast Guard. Wow, this is really impressive. Oh my god, even the inside is detailed. Holy cow. This is totally that thing I was talking about with the, look at this. This is nuts. I can't even zoom in any, like the buttons are so small that I can't even zoom in, like the viewer won't. They're like in the sub-millimeter range, so the view distance is like really tight. Oh, that's cool. Even the like motors are articulated. Oh, that's pretty fantastic. It's been a long time since I've seen like a tiny object inside a detailed house like this that is there's more detail in this boat than there is in the building that I'm in, which is kind of fantastic, really. I just love contrast like that in virtual worlds. The potential is so, like, I think it would be really cool to make a sim that was just like recursions of details. So like you you go into the sim and it's like, I think I hit every room here. Yeah, that's the kids' room. That was the whole house. But like you go to the sim and there's like a big house, right? And you go into the house and maybe it's like minimally furnished, and within the house there's like another like a dollhouse or something. And then within that dollhouse there's a dollhouse, and like if you are looking really closely with your camera, you can just zoom in like layer after layer after layer, getting farther and farther down into the details. Yeah, I'm glad you noticed that, Mimu. You would not believe the journey that I've had to go on in order to reduce my lag, because I live out in the sticks in Northern California in the United States, and actually uh, it's really hard to get high-speed internet out here, so I basically had to like hack and create my own network, and I have like custom hardware and router customizations. I did all these things in order to increase my bandwidth to a level that was actually high enough for me to be able to live stream. And I did it all economically. It's kind of crazy. The internet that I'm paying for is sort of like the economy level for my service provider, but the way that I've hacked it, I'm actually getting bandwidth speeds that are almost um, 10 times the speed of their most expensive networking package that they offer, uh, merely by optimizing my hardware and interconnects and stuff like that. So I'm pretty proud of that. And then my computer, I built myself and I upgraded myself, which it also has a lot of customizations in order to. Yeah, this is a pretty cool sim. In fact, let me post the SL URL here in case anybody wants to visit. But yeah, so I optimized my system as well for Second Life. And then, like, once I started using Firestorm, it was kind of a game changer. So now, lag isn't like a huge problem like it used to be. That was one thing I was gonna say about that other streamer I was talking about. I don't know why she does this, and I've noticed this on several other Second Life streamers too. And I have a few like ideas about this actually, which I'll share in a minute. But the way she like visualizes and navigates and stuff while she's doing her stream is like incredibly weird. Like she has these animation transitions that like follow her camera around to like kind of smooth out the transitions and stuff. If you've ever, I'm sure you've noticed by now, but the the method I use is more like a 3D modeler's approach, which is how I think of it, like very like targeted, and I switch in and out. Uh-oh. I'm gonna back slowly away from the security orb. I don't know how far away I have to be to get out of the range of this thing. I really don't want to get booted at this stage. This is probably a safe distance. Been lucky. Been unlucky before, especially lately. But yeah, I like to switch between first person, third person, and then I guess you might call this fourth person, where I'm just like what I call the eye in the sky, or like the camera controls of Second Life. And this honestly, this level of camera control is really atypical if you see like other streamers or people like basically the difference between someone who's an amateur camera operator in Second Life and someone who's really good at it is building experience. And when I started out in Second Life, I was basically just building. That was like the draw for me. So I got used to using the camera like a 3D modeler and not wow, there's a lot of hardcore pornography in here. Close your eyes. Trying to like look at stuff without giving away too much of the colorful scenery. Now I know why this particular parcel was on a private area. Wow, there's some like full-blown animated hardcore going on in this apartment. Oh, it's like very, very sex-centric. I'm gonna get banned for life. Alright, I'm backing away from the porno mansion here. Not that I monetize my videos, but I don't know. I try to keep it NC-17 whenever possible. But yeah, so I don't know. I feel like personally I get a little frustrated when I'm watching another Second Lifer stream because they often like have no idea how to use the camera, and they just kind of like I will say this, my one complaint or consolation about my own performance would be that Yeah, oh my god. It was just like a straight up, like a Playboy magazine in there. Plastered all over the walls. Yeah, I'm a little too like jerky and speedy, which I think is probably annoying sometimes to people, which I wouldn't blame anybody for being annoyed by the velocity that I'm pretty much observing and inspecting things at the speed of thought. It's like a stream of consciousness thing. The viewer doesn't slow me down much, and my ability to utilize the controls is pretty speedy, so I apologize if that's ever like kind of a disorienting thing. But honestly, I feel like it's better than the alternative, which is like literally I've watched a few streamers who they don't even use camera controls at all. They basically just they use, here, let me see if I can even bring this thing up. There's like a camera control thing. Where is it? Yeah, I don't know where it is in the menu, but it's like a little like button clicky box that has directions and stuff on it that you can click on to move your avatar. And people actually use that to stream videos, and it's like, oh my god, it's so painful. You can hear like every click of the mouse when they're moving around. But that's just kind of a pet peeve of mine. This is pretty cool. It's like a gargoyle versus a werewolf, like the epic standoff of Lycan and Stone Man. That's pretty cool. Here's like the Matrix. Oh, vampire versus Lycan. Ah, I was confused by the wings and the stunted ears. It's kind of cool. Five different, I don't know, 4 different hummingbirds animated around this flower. Oh, and they're chirping too. That's kind of cool. I wonder if the flower like spawns the birds, or if the birds are free flying and they just kind of like seek out the flowers. That would be kind of cool. All right, now we're going to the vampire's castle. Or no, the werewolf's castle. Unless it's a werewolf and a vampire living in sin together. That's kind of cool. They did a good job with like the fur and stuff, making it look all shaggy and with just 2D textures. Yeah, that bird was pretty cool, right? Mimu. I'm gonna actually see if I can get some info on this. Gian Alistar created this apparently. It'd be nice to find their like shop. Alright, pics, maybe they have it. Tomato Park, animated animals, pets and zoo. That's probably where you would find those products. Pretty cool. Yeah, I've said this countless times before, but like, if you're watching the stream and you see something in world and you just think, oh, that is so cool, I wish I knew who made that or whatever, then just chat it out, and I will, if I see the chat in time, I will look at the object and inspect it to see who the creator and potential store link is for that item. I feel like that's one thing I can do like better than a lot of the other Second Life streamers. Like, I don't get it. They don't even post SL URLs to like the Sims they visit or anything. It's like, that's half the fun, is being able to go there yourself. And Second Life has this totally awesome like virtual world URL system. that allows you to basically teleport to any location almost instantaneously. So like, yeah, I always post the SL URLs when I remember to. Looks like we have the vampire or werewolf jail down here. This is probably where, like, during the full moon, all of the werewolves are, like, locked in their cells so they don't, like, go out and cause havoc in the community, you know, like eat the reindeer on the Christmas Express. Okay, unfortunately. Those spears are for emergencies when the werewolves escape their cells. It has been known to happen. Oh, here we go. Here's like the moonlight portal that the werewolves can bathe underneath the moonlight. The feeding room, huh? Wow, they got a whole RP thing going here. This is like very... I saw those outside too. So we got the blood for the vampires, basically. And then whatever this is, for maybe for the werewolves, I don't know. I get it now. The whole like sim is starting to take shape now in my mind, like the family, right? So it's like, wow, they just got their souls here, just like sitting on a shelf. Like neotoy Story, he could just grab up all these souls. Like the security here is really bad, honestly. I'm gonna give him like a 2 out of 10. This it's a big castle, but surprisingly there's not a lot going on in here. I'm kind of disappointed. Like there's no like torture implements or like tables full of raw meat. Yeah, it's basically empty. Oh, but there's another story at least. Oh, this is kind of cool. A like a door that leads to the outside, but I really want to go up to the top of this castle. I mean, honestly, that townhouse full of all the sex stuff was a lot more terrifying than this grim medieval castle. Floor plan's pretty simple, it seems like, from up here, aside from the pixelated character of that waterfall. Got a little sconce here, just warm my hands over the fire. Okay, saw the castle. Nobody was home. No werewolves, no vampires. Okay. So if I keep going along the track, this would be the next area. Although I promised to try out the Christmas choo choo over here, so I've got to do it. I've got to do it. Let's see. Can I even sit down? Okay, cool. I'm sitting down in my comfortable chair. I've got my glass of champagne ready to go. Come on, reindeer. You have to like feed him some peanuts or something to get this choo-choo started. Okay, engineer. Oh, maybe I have to drive the train. Sorry, reindeer, but your shift is over. Alright, okay, I can do the whistle. Start. Okay. I think the train is in motion. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Oh wow, it's got the smoke coming out of the stack and everything. I would just say like the movement is a little jumpy, but semi-realistic, so they get points for that. And plus, it's so hard to script stuff like this in Second Life, unless you're like a really like an ace coder. Yeah, pretty cool. I wonder if I get off if it'll keep going. Nice. Alright, now let's see if I can do the full experience, because what I really wanted to do was sit in one of these comfy chairs and drink champagne while the train was moving. So there we go. Oh, I accidentally sat down in the tea car, but that's okay. Tea is more my speed than champagne anyway, to be honest. And I have a reindeer for company. Alright, my partner is actually getting really pissed off at me right now because uh, she's not feeling too well, and I told her I was only gonna stream for an hour, so I'm gonna have to get off of this train, not only in Second Life, but metaphorically in reality as well, and call the stream quits for the night. But thanks for participating and chatting. Had some good conversations today, and I had some fun. And this is a great sim. Like, check it out. It's pretty cool. Definitely steer clear of the Playboy Mansion though, unless you're into that kind of thing. So yeah, this is neotoy story signing out, and maybe I'll see you guys again next Wednesday. Take it easy.